Doing a install today at a typical dealership. This is what a general environment looks like. There you can see the patch panel for our cable for the internet access. Some dealerships have racks, and this particular one does, so we're going to go ahead and install on that rack. And we're literally going to go from the beginning to the end. So here's the box that you're going to receive. So I'm just opening it up. And the contents of the box that we ship out with everybody, this is the peripheral box, and in there is an RCA jack double end that goes to the back of the player and into your amp, Cat 5 cable, the power source, and we urge you to use the surge protector. That way if you have any storms in your area, it'll protect our player, and that way you won't have to buy a new one if it gets electrical charge. This is the MC500, exactly how it comes packed for you. So this is the front of it, and I'm going to set this down so you can get a better view of the back of it. So as you can see on the back of our MC500, the top one we generally use is Zone 1. It's actually labeled Zone 1 if you looked up there. And Zone 1 is normally for the showroom. The bottom RCA jack is Zone 2, which we normally use for on hold. Obviously we have the Cat 5 cable insert there, and this is going to be the power source with a small clip to hold that in place, which I'm going to install now, because that's relevant that we actually do that. So I actually plug it in, and then we fish this through there so it's held. That's important because sometimes as people come in your IT room, they jostle things around and it becomes unplugged. I'm going to put the surge protector, I'm going to plug that into the power source that's back here behind the rack. I don't know if you can see that. Obviously you know how to plug something in. And then this is our amplifier. Now on this amp, which is a very basic amp, it's 150 watt, which is more than what you'll need. You can see on the back of it, it's got 2 inputs, 2 outputs. We're going to be putting it in the input. This usually goes up to about 100 hertz, and that's it. It's that simple. So I'm going to plug that into our power source. And that's how this configuration will look when it's all set. I'm just plugging the power cable into the power source into our player. You have to turn the player on. So the player is initializing now. As it goes through the processes, it's going to pick up an IP address which you have pre-assigned to us. That was the reason for the IT sheet, so we can configure the MC500 player to receive that IP address. Once this is done initializing, I'm going to show you how to adjust the volume, which we recommend so that you don't blow your amp, because these players come set fairly high in terms of their percentages. So what you can see now is it's already loaded. It shows that it's Superior Kia's theme music, which we went ahead and put in some nice music choices. Jesse McCartney's playing now. The name of the song is Leavin'. It's 10 a.m. You could skip the song if you like. This is obviously telling us it's connected to the internet, and I will show you in a moment how you find that IP address to prove it out. But we want to adjust the volume, so we're going to hit Menu. We're going to scroll down to Setup, Enter. We're going to scroll down till we see Volume, and then we're going to hit Enter. I do want to change it, so I want to hit the change key, and if you'll look, it says Unlock. So the unlock is up, up, down, down, enter. And then when you see here, there's a plus and minus. It's at 60%. We usually like to have it somewhere around 40%. Then you hit done, and you're set. I talked about earlier, there's a Zone 1, which the RCA jack will go into that. So you just seat that in tightly. And you can see the RCA cord that we provide has just a single exit on the back. But because I want left and right input, I bought a splitter. You can get these at Radio Shack for about $5. I plug that into there, and you're set to go. Into the inputs, and you're set. Completed now. It took literally about 10 minutes. The MC500 is playing. You can see that you could skip songs. The amplifier is about halfway. As you turn back here, you look. The dealer asked that we installed volume controls up here in the room. I think maybe sometimes it's a better idea if you install them in an office where you can actually hear while you're adjusting. But in any event, volume control knobs are always a good idea. Some of the dealers put speakers in bathrooms. Some have them in waiting lounges, so they want the volume levels to be different. So that's really it. Thanks for your interest in SoundFox, and if we can help out with anything else, please send us an email at info@soundfox.com. Have a great day.